Coming up on today's FNN, we explore what all seniors are feeling right now, senioritis.
Plus, how one team at EK is helping students grow in and out of the classroom.
And we celebrate a new state champ. Stay tuned for all that and more because FNN starts now. Happy Friday, Falcons. I'm Salwa.
And I'm Mariah. East Kentwood offers a variety of communities for students, and one of the most popular is Redstone Robotics. FNN reporter Amberly Wynn learns how this team is about so much more than robotics.
Robotics at East Kentwood High School cultivates growth academically and personally. Students learn teamwork under pressure, problem solving through failure, and to persevere when plans don't work. For Giselle Triggs, robotics taught more than just building. It changed how she handled challenges in school and life.
I studied robotics in middle school, and I used to always want to be the leader and like the boss of everything a little bit. And robotics really helped me realize no matter what sport you're in, it's usually gonna be like a team sport, and you have to work well with others. And it really helped me develop through that.
For Giselle, robotics wasn't just about building, it was learning to fail, adjust, and lead. And that kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. In robotics, deadlines are real, the standards are high, and your team is counting on you. So students learn discipline, problem solving, and confidence under pressure. Co-captain Cadence James has seen that transformation up close in herself and teammates.
It's figuring out how to multitask in a way, because it's hard to give a task to someone and just see how they'll do it. It's hard to just figure that out.
Cadence noticed members becoming more resilient, testing, failing, fixing it, and trying again until they passed the testing phase. And that's a big deal because passing the testing phase means someone didn't quit after the first mistake. They kept showing up even if it was frustrating, and it paid off. That same work ethic showed up in competition too. In 2025, East Kentwood Robotics earned awards like the District First Impact Award, District Event Finalist, and a Dean's List Semi-Finalist Award. And behind every trophy is a team of students learning how to push through hard moments. Coach and mentor Carl Stout has watched that growth happen up close. He says one of his favorite moments show exactly how perseverance pays off.
One of the other teams had flipped over at the beginning of the match, and we thought the match was over, but we kind of kept going and scoring our points that we could. Towards the end of the match, they were actually able to flip over, climb at the end game, and we actually won the match by 1 point.
And whether you're into building, coding, design, or just want a team that will push you to grow, there's a place for you in robotics. You don't have to show up already knowing everything. You just have to be willing to try. At EK, I'm Amberly Wynn.
Redstone Robotics is always looking for interested and dedicated students to join their team. Check them out on Instagram to learn more at 3875 FRC.
As the school year comes to an end and graduation gets closer and closer, some seniors may be starting to lose focus. I explored the mystery that is senioritis. With only a couple months until graduation, seniors may experience a loss in motivation, otherwise known as senioritis. With the loss of motivation, grades may start to drop, which could affect their chances on going to college. Majesty White, a Davenport University bilingual admissions representative, explains how or if this can affect their acceptance.
Even after being admitted, you still need to graduate high school. It just depends on the reason for the drop, right? We recognize students are involved in other things outside of school and extracurricular activities. They have responsibilities and jobs, or participating in internships and that kind of thing. So once again, we take everything into consideration.
Colleges and universities take in mind the reason for your loss of motivation. But though you may have a reason, you still need to do your work since your acceptance doesn't matter if you don't graduate. Coy Dang, an East Kentwood senior, speaks to us about how he feels about coming to school every day.
Really coming to school, I think, because my work is always going to get done, but it's just physically being here and wasting what feels like 6 hours over stuff I can just quick get done at home.
When procrastinating or doing work at home, it gives the question, do you regret it later?
There's sometimes when I'm up late at night doing all my work, that's when I really regret it because I pushed it off for so long. But it's just it does feel nice to be able to have less responsibility, less stress to think about because I am a senior.
Doing work from many different classes last minute can lead to bad performance and increased stress. Carl Warfield, an East Kentwood science teacher, offers advice to his seniors on focusing on their work and making it to the end of the school year with success.
Just remember this, you've been in school this long, it's just another short period of time. It's nothing to let get into your head. It's always something that somebody's telling you, but it's not a real thing because nothing's different than what you've been doing. Seeing the finish line should motivate you, it shouldn't make you want to slow down and be less inclined to work. It should make you want to say, man, it's right there. I want to run even harder.
As the school year comes to an end, seniors continue to push through to their graduation. At EK, I'm Salwa Abdurrahman Iman. While senioritis may be common at this time of year, these final months give seniors a chance to enjoy their last moments of high school.
While seniors are enjoying their last few months at EK, freshmen are also counting down the days until they change buildings too. Our own Ibdi Abdul Qadir asked a handful of seniors to give a quick piece of advice to our soon-to-be sophomores.
Stay more on top of my work. I'm on top of it now, but don't get caught up in distractions with like activities and stuff like that. It's important, but school is more important.
Being on everyone's side, that was a big part for me. When I was a freshman or just an underclassman, in general, I was so focused on making everyone like me. I wanted everybody to like me. I didn't like when people disliked me. I didn't like when people had the negative thought about me. So I bend backwards to fix that. And you just can't. You gotta be the villain in somebody else's story sometimes.
My piece of advice would be to really put yourself out there and just do like everything that you can, everything that you want. Because a lot of like the core memories that you make, a lot of the core friends you make, are you just like doing random stuff, you meet new people, so it's really important to just like not be almost scared and just do like, just put yourself out there.
Be more social, go outside more, go to more school events, participate. Like, even though I understand you don't want to be at school, but at the end of the day, the more you participate, the better the experience, the faster it flies by, and honestly, it just makes it worth it, because you're gonna miss it. It's gonna fly by either way, so you might as well just have fun while you're here.
And that wraps up your news this week, Falcons.
Now let's toss it over to FNN sports reporter Trey Tyler for this week's EK Sports Report.
Welcome back to the Land, Falcons. It's Trey here bringing you your EK Sports Report. Starting it off at Ford Field and the state wrestling finals, Tyler Mewson is a new state champ. He becomes the first East Kentwood Wrestling state champ since 2010 with his huge win this past weekend. For him, it's the result of hard work paying off.
I would just say my family, I've always had a goal of just not having to pay for college and everything. So, the goal of getting a scholarship to be able to go somewhere and, just wrestle for free and go to school for free.
Congrats again to Tyler on making history. Over to the pool, Shane, Marcus, Doris, Christian, Gus, Bradley, and Henry will all be competing at the state finals today and tomorrow, where they're looking to end their season strong. Over to the basketball courts, our girls sadly lost to Wyoming last Friday in a tough loss to end an amazing season. The Lady Falcons played the second toughest schedule in the state and have a young team looking forward to getting back on the court next year. Baseball and softball are also preparing for their first games of the year, with baseball starting their season next Friday against Lowell and softball taking on Byron Center on the 26th. That wraps up this week's sports reports. We'll be back next week with more spring sports. Now let's pass it back to the desk.
Thanks, Trey.
Let's wrap up this week's show with a sneak peek at our newest YouTube series showcasing some of the best musical talent around EK.
You can check out the full Tiny Desk concert right now on our YouTube page.
And that does it for today's show. We'll be back next week with more, but until then, make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube, where you can catch sports live streams, previous episodes, and other great content.
Plus, check out Falcon News Network on Spotify for our latest podcast episodes, coming out every day. See you next week.